The day began like any other on Earth. The sun rose slowly, soft and warm. Cities were loud with traffic and voices. Children walked to school. Workers hurried to their jobs. No one looked at the sky for long. The sky had always been safe. Then, at exactly 9:17 a.m., the sky broke. It did not crack with thunder. It did not burn like fire. It ripped open, like a deep wound across the blue. A long, dark line spread above the clouds, silent and wrong. Birds fell from the air. Planes froze in place, their engines dead. People stopped. Across the world, every screen turned black. Phones, billboards, televisions, everything went silent. Then, one by one, the screens came back to life. A single image filled them all. A massive shape floated above Earth. It was a ship, no, a city made of metal. Black and gold armor covered its surface. Blue lights moved across it like slow breathing. Behind it, more ships appeared. Dozens, hundreds. They filled the sky from horizon to horizon. People screamed. Some prayed. Some ran. Some only stared. Inside the largest ship, an alien figure stood before a glowing wall of symbols. The being was tall, thin, and calm. Its eyes showed no fear, only interest. "This is Earth," the alien commander said. His voice was translated instantly, echoing across the planet. Primitive. No unified defense. Limited space travel. The Imperial Fleet had arrived. World leaders were pulled into emergency rooms. Military bases went on full alert. Missiles were prepared, but never launched. Every weapon system on Earth suddenly shut down. Screens showed the same message. Access denied. The alien commander smiled. He spoke again, and this time his voice was louder, colder. "People of Earth, we are the Zorth Imperial Fleet. We rule over 1,000 worlds. You are not one of them." The ships moved closer. Their shadows covered cities like night. "You will surrender all authority to us within 24 hours. Your armies will stand down. Your leaders will obey." A pause followed, long, heavy. "If you refuse," the commander continued, "your species will be erased. Your planet will be harvested." Across Earth, silence spread. No response came from humans. No message. No threat. The Imperial Fleet waited. In space, the alien officers laughed softly. To them, silence meant fear. Fear meant victory. "They are broken already," one officer said. "They know they cannot win," said another. But far below, deep under mountains and oceans, humans were not afraid. They were moving. In hidden rooms, old doors opened. Screens that had not been used in decades lit up. Men and women sat quietly, their faces serious. No panic, no shouting. One human spoke in a calm voice. "They have taken the sky." Another replied, "Then we fight from the dark." Across the world, strange signals began to move through cables older than satellites. The Imperial Fleet did not notice. To them, human technology was too simple to matter. Back in orbit, the alien commander studied Earth. No counterattack. No answer. "How long until compliance?" he asked. 23 hours and 40 minutes, an officer replied. The commander nodded. "Begin observation mode. They will submit." As if on cue, Earth finally sent a message. A single human appeared on every screen. Not a soldier, not a king, just a calm face, eyes steady. "This is Earth," the human said. "We have received your message." The alien commander leaned forward. "You have 24 hours, the human continued. "That is enough time." Enough time for what? Before the alien could reply, the signal ended. Confusion spread across the Imperial Fleet. "Track the source," the commander ordered. "Unable," an officer replied. Signal vanished. The commander's eyes narrowed. He looked back at Earth, at the quiet planet below. No weapons fired. No ships launched. Still, something felt wrong. The Imperial Fleet had invaded hundreds of worlds. Every species reacted the same way. Panic, chaos, surrender. But Earth was different. Too quiet. Too still. The commander turned away from the screen. Humans believe silence will save them, he said coldly. They are wrong. Behind him, unseen and unnoticed, a tiny human-made satellite adjusted its position. And for exactly 2 seconds, the flagship's lights flickered. No alarm sounded. No warnings appeared. But deep inside the ship, something ancient and human had just knocked on the door. And this time, Earth was not going to answer politely. The Imperial Fleet floated above Earth, massive and unchallenged. Hundreds of ships, shining like stars, their metal gleaming in the sun. Their leader, the Zorth commander, watched the planet below with arrogance. Humans, he thought, were weak, simple, primitive, easily crushed. For hours, the fleet circled. They studied the cities. They watched the army scramble. They counted weapons. But what the aliens did not know was this. Earth's weapons were not just on the surface. Deep underground, humans moved silently. Ancient bunkers, forgotten for decades, were alive again. Engineers and scientists monitored alien communications, analyzing every move. Soldiers trained quietly, preparing for a fight the aliens believed impossible. One of the human leaders, a woman named Dr. Elena Voss, stood in a dimly lit command room. Her eyes scanned dozens of screens showing the alien fleet. "They think we are afraid," she said, her voice calm. "We are not," replied General Kaido, standing behind her. "They have made the first mistake. They always do." Meanwhile, in orbit, the aliens laughed. They watched human leaders hide. They assumed panic was spreading across the planet. "They are surrendering," one officer said. "Yes," the commander replied. "Soon, this world will be ours." But humans were patient. They did not attack immediately. Instead, they watched, waited, and learned. Every ship that moved above Earth was mapped. Every laser tested. Every weak point noted. Then, without warning, a strange signal appeared in the alien communications network. Tiny, fast, hard to notice. But it was everywhere. In every ship, every terminal, every sensor. "What is that?" the commander asked, narrowing his eyes. "Unknown," replied the officer. "Cannot trace." The humans had hacked their systems, silently. It was a first step. The aliens did not notice. They were too arrogant. On Earth, Dr. Voss smiled. "They see nothing." "They will learn soon enough," she whispered. As the sun began to set, humans activated hidden weapon stations. Missiles, lasers, and electromagnetic disruptors hidden deep underground and under the oceans came alive. They aligned perfectly with alien fleet positions. In space, the largest alien ship, the flagship, suddenly blinked. Lights flickered for 2 seconds. Nothing else happened. No explosion. No alarm. Just a small flicker. The officers looked at each other. "System stable." One said, trying to sound confident. "Yes, stable," the commander repeated, but unease had entered his voice. The humans were silent, but their plan was moving. Every step had been calculated. Every weakness of the Imperial Fleet studied. Every alien arrogance noted. "They think they control the sky," Dr. Voss said, "but the sky is ours too." And in those final minutes of daylight, the humans prepared their first strike, a strike that would shatter the aliens' belief in their superiority. The Imperial Fleet had made one fatal mistake. They had underestimated humanity. And when the first weapon fired, they would learn just how deadly that mistake could be. The night fell over Earth, but the sky above remained dark with alien ships. The Imperial Fleet assumed humans were still afraid, still hiding. They thought they had won the silent war, without firing a single shot. They were wrong. Deep underground, in the hidden command centers, humans were ready. Soldiers stood behind consoles. Engineers monitored alien movements. And at the center, Dr. Elena Voss activated the first weapon. "Now," she said, a beam of light, thin and almost invisible, shot from a disguised satellite orbiting Earth. It moved faster than anything in the galaxy. It struck the largest alien ship, the flagship, right at the heart of its energy core. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, a blinding flash ripped across space. The alien flagship shuddered violently, sparks flying from its hull. Systems failed. Lights blinked uncontrollably. And then, with a deafening roar that humans could hear even from underground, the ship exploded, tearing apart like a metal mountain collapsing into the void. The other alien ships froze in shock. Their commanders screamed orders, but no one responded fast enough. Confusion spread like wildfire across the fleet. This is impossible, the commander muttered, his voice trembling. They're not just primitive, one officer whispered. They are advanced. On Earth, Dr. Voss watched silently. She did not celebrate. This was only the beginning. Meanwhile, across the world, humans felt the shock wave. Cities shook, alarms rang. But no panic spread. Humanity had prepared for this. Every person knew the battle had started, but the human spirit was unbroken. The Imperial Fleet tried to retaliate. Lasers and missiles fired at Earth. Shields activated. But humans were already moving the next wave into position. Hidden electromagnetic pulses disrupted alien systems. Missiles were intercepted before they left the atmosphere. The aliens realized their attacks were predictable. Their technology, for all its glory, was no match for human strategy. The flagship may have fallen, but the humans sent a clear message. They were not weak. They were unstoppable. The alien commander's face turned pale as he observed the chaos. He realized the worst possible truth. Humans had planned this for centuries. Every invention, every tactic, every hidden weapon had one purpose: to annihilate invaders. They were waiting for us, he said, voice shaking. They were ready. On Earth, Dr. Voss turned to her team. Prepare the next strike. We give them no chance to recover, she ordered. Above, in orbit, the remaining ships scrambled, trying to flee or reorganize. But the humans had already studied every possible escape route. Every maneuver was blocked. Every retreat was predicted. The first ship had fallen, and the Imperial Fleet finally realized they had underestimated Earth. But no one, not even the aliens, could predict what would come next. In the quiet command center, Dr. Voss smiled. This is only the beginning, she whispered. The next wave of destruction was already moving toward the invaders. The remaining Imperial Fleet drifted in space, shaken and confused. Their largest ship was gone. Their commander's face was pale, his pride shattered. They had expected fear, surrender, chaos, but they saw none. Only humans, calm and deadly. Deep under the oceans, humans were moving again. Massive underground launch stations, hidden for decades, activated simultaneously. Satellites, previously thought to be observation tools, aligned perfectly. Old missiles, once considered obsolete, hummed with renewed power. Every weapon was ready, and every move was calculated. The aliens did not understand. They could not believe it. Impossible, one officer muttered. They are everywhere. They are smart, whispered another. The first wave of human attacks had destroyed the flagship, but now humanity revealed its true power. Beams of light, invisible at first, cut through the darkness of space. Alien ships tried to fire back, but their weapons failed. Human electromagnetic pulses disabled their shields. Missiles were rerouted in midair and returned to strike alien vessels. The Imperial Fleet panicked. Ships collided as pilots tried to maneuver. Systems overloaded. Commands were ignored. Chaos spread through their ranks. In orbit, the alien commander's voice shook. Regroup, defend. But his officers were already fighting fires in control panels. The humans had hacked the ship's systems, predicting every move, controlling them without touching them. On Earth, Dr. Elena Voss stood in the command center, her eyes calm but sharp. They will learn, she said softly. We do not fight like other species. We fight like Earth itself fights. From the oceans, giant underwater cannons fired. Satellites in low orbit struck simultaneously. Cities around the world activated hidden turrets and weapons. Every attack was synchronized perfectly. Every strike, deadly. Every human move was a message. Earth cannot be conquered. Aliens tried to escape. Ships attempted to warp away, but every exit point was blocked. Humans had mapped every possible path in advance. The commander screamed orders, but no one obeyed. They were trapped. One by one, alien ships began to fail. Engines exploded. Hulls cracked. Lights went out. Panic spread faster than any weapon. The commander realized the truth. "We underestimated them," he muttered. "They planned this." Yes, humans had prepared for every possible invasion, every possible trick, every weapon, every strategy. Every human mind was ready for the Imperial Fleet. And now, the full scale of humanity's power was revealed. The aliens were not just defeated. They were humiliated, their arrogance shattered, their pride destroyed. On Earth, people looked at the sky. They had not fired one shot above the surface, yet the sky was theirs. They had waited, they had watched, and now, they had delivered the first warning to the galaxy. Dr. Voss turned to her team. "Prepare the final phase," she said. "Let them see humans are not to be toyed with." The Imperial Fleet, for the first time in its history, knew fear, and the humans were only getting started. The sky above Earth was no longer full of fear. It was full of fire. The Imperial Fleet, once proud and untouchable, now floated like broken toys in space. They tried to regroup, but humans had already predicted every move, every strategy, every escape route. Dr. Elena Voss watched from the command center, calm as ever. "Phase 2, she said. Her voice echoed through the room. Soldiers and engineers nodded. Every human weapon, from underground cannons to orbiting satellites, was now firing together. The attack was lightning fast, a storm of destruction that the aliens could neither see nor stop. The first remaining ship exploded as if it had been empty. The second faltered, shields flickering before bursting into flames. Lasers, missiles, and electromagnetic pulses struck with perfect precision. The aliens fired back, but their weapons either malfunctioned or turned against them. Every attempt to fight was anticipated, blocked, and punished. The alien commander's voice broke as he shouted orders. Focus fire. Protect the core. Retreat. But it was too late. Chaos had consumed his fleet. Officers fought among themselves. Pilots collided in panic. Every system failed one by one. Humans had turned the battlefield into a precision trap. Ships could not escape. Retreats were cut off. Every attack only revealed the depth of humanity's planning. The aliens realized too late that they were no longer hunters. They were the hunted. From the oceans, hidden cannons fired. From orbit, satellites struck. Cities deployed advanced automated defenses that humans had never revealed before. The sky lit up with fire, metal, and energy. In mere minutes, hundreds of alien ships were destroyed or disabled. The commander's face was pale. They planned this, every move, every weapon, every system, he whispered, almost in disbelief. Dr. Voss watched silently. "We do not conquer the stars," she said. "We end those who try to conquer us." The last alien ships, desperate to flee, were cut off. Their engines failed. Shields collapsed. One by one, the fleet disintegrated in space. Sparks, fire, and twisted metal fell like shooting stars against the darkness. In minutes, the once mighty Imperial Fleet was reduced to ashes and silence. Their pride, their power, and their arrogance, all destroyed by humanity. On Earth, people watched the sky. No human had fired a direct shot from the surface. Humanity's strength had come from planning, patience, and strategy. The Earth itself had become a weapon. The alien commander, the last survivor of his prideful fleet, floated in the wreckage of his ship. His voice trembled as he spoke. "Humans, I misjudged them." Dr. Voss smiled faintly. "They will not misjudge us again," she whispered. And in that moment, humanity had sent a clear message to the galaxy. Do not invade Earth. Do not challenge humans. You will not win. The stars, once filled with alien arrogance, were now quiet. They had learned what Earth was capable of. Humans had won, not with brute force, but with intelligence, patience, and strategy. The battle lasted minutes, but its message would echo for centuries. The battle was over. The Imperial Fleet lay in ruins. Fires burned in orbit. Twisted metal floated silently against the dark void of space. And yet, Earth remained untouched, calm and alive. Humanity had proven what the galaxy had never believed possible. Dr. Elena Voss stood in the command center. Around her, humans monitored the wreckage of alien ships. Not a word of celebration. Only focus. Their mission was not just victory. It was a warning. The last surviving alien commander was captured, shackled aboard a human ship. He glared at Earth with disbelief. He had expected obedience, fear, surrender. Instead, he found strategy, intelligence, and precision beyond his comprehension. Dr. Voss spoke calmly to him. You invaded our planet. You expected to conquer. Now you will carry our message. Using alien communication systems, humans broadcast a signal across the galaxy. Every star, every planet with advanced life, received it. The message was simple, clear, and unforgettable. We do not invade. We do not surrender. We end those who try. Earth is protected. Humanity is not weak. We are not to be tested. Any attack will be met with annihilation. In space, alien civilizations stopped and listened. Messages were translated. Signals relayed. The reputation of humans, once considered a minor species, spread faster than any warship could fly. The captured commander knelt, realizing the depth of his failure. I will tell them, he stammered. Humans, stronger than any species. Dr. Voss nodded. Tell them, and they will learn to fear. That is mercy. Across the galaxy, systems trembled. Empires who had once ignored Earth now reconsidered. Diplomats, traitors, and spies took note. The era of underestimating humanity was over. The species that had once been confined to one small planet was now a silent, unstoppable power. Back on Earth, life continued. Cities rebuilt, oceans calmed, skies cleared. Humans returned to their daily lives. But nothing would ever be the same. They had shown the galaxy that Earth could not be conquered. They had proven that humanity was a force to be respected, feared, and never challenged. Dr. Voss looked at the stars one last time. They will remember this day, she said softly. Not because we killed them all, but because we survived. And because they will never dare test us again. The galaxy was watching, and humanity had spoken. Months passed since the battle. The ruins of the Imperial Fleet drifted silently in space, a warning for anyone who might think of challenging Earth. Humans had not pursued the survivors. They had not taken revenge. They had sent a message instead. And the galaxy had listened. On Earth, life returned to a new normal. Children played in streets under clear skies. Cities buzzed with energy and hope. But humanity had changed. Every person carried a quiet confidence, an unspoken understanding. The galaxy now feared them, and for good reason. Galactic empires began to approach cautiously. Trade offers, alliances, and diplomatic missions came to Earth, but never threats. No fleet dared enter Earth's orbit without warning. Humanity's patience had become its greatest weapon. Silence had spoken louder than war. In a hidden command center, Dr. Elena Voss reviewed reports from every corner of the galaxy. They are learning, she said. Every species, every world, they know now. Earth is not a planet to conquer. A council of humans gathered, leaders from every nation. They had unified, not just for battle, but for the future of humanity in the stars. No one sought conquest, but no one would allow interference either. The captured alien commander was returned to his homeworld under strict supervision. His report spread fear faster than any human fleet could. Do not challenge them, he told his people. Earth, humans, unlike anything we have faced. They will destroy any who try. They planned this for centuries. Across the galaxy, whispers of humanity became legends. Humans had not sought to dominate. They had only defended. Yet their victory ensured that no one would ever underestimate them again. Dr. Voss looked up at the stars one last time. She thought of the day the sky broke, the day humans fought not just to survive, but to protect their home. And she smiled. Humans did not conquer the stars, she said softly. The stars learned to fear them. From Earth, the planet that had once been a small, fragile blue, humanity watched the galaxy. They did not attack. They did not boast. They waited patient, calm and ready. For any species foolish enough to test them again, the lesson was already written. Humans were not weak, not primitive, and not to be toyed with. And so, Earth thrived, silent and strong, the species no one dared to test again. The galaxy had learned its place. Earth had won. The Imperial Fleet was destroyed. Humanity was the silent power of the galaxy. But in the darkness beyond known space, something watched. Not one species. Not a fleet. Something older, smarter, and patient. Sensors aboard Earth's orbiting stations detected faint signals. Patterns no human had created. At first, scientists thought it was a glitch. Then the signals grew stronger, more deliberate. They carried intelligence, hidden in the stars themselves. Dr. Elena Voss stood in the command center, staring at the monitors. "We thought the galaxy feared us," she said. "But some shadows have never feared anyone." Across Earth, satellites adjusted, defenses rose, and humans prepared, not for invasion, but for observation. Humanity had learned from the Imperial Fleet. Never underestimate the unknown. The signals converged toward the edge of the solar system. Strange, massive objects, cloaked in darkness, appeared on the outer planets' orbits. They moved silently, almost like living things, watching humanity. General Kaido turned to Dr. Voss. "We destroyed their fleet. We sent the message. And still they come." She shook her head. "Not they. Something else. Something waiting for the right moment." On the horizon of Earth's orbit, a single star blinked unnaturally. Then another. Then a pulse traveled faster than light. A message not in words, but in intent. They know we exist. And now they're watching. Humanity had survived the first invasion. They had crushed arrogance. But now, the galaxy held secrets deeper and darker than anyone had imagined. Dr. Voss's eyes hardened. "Prepare for the next test," she whispered. "The species no one dared to test may soon face the unknown." The stars, once conquered by human strategy, were no longer silent. Shadows were moving beyond their reach. And humanity would be ready.